hero, the legend, Oksana GRISHINA!
Listen, we are crazy together, that's for sure.
We work well. You know, I don't know if you guys know who this woman is. She's a 4-time Miss Olympia, 10-time Arnold Classic winner, and placed in many other meets all over the world. She is, I mean, if I were going to be a woman, I think it would be you.
Listen, guys, actually, this is my honor to be in this room with such a legend. It just, you know everything about this man, and this is a world champion, and this is the best of the best. Record killer, right?
Killer.
So,
Duh.
Scot
Duh.
Mendelson, and this is my honor to be here and actually train in his gym, because it's absolutely very special person for me and very special friend. Yes, I know.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So anyway, let's start from the beginning. You were born March 25th, 1978.
Yes.
Tell us how you were created. I mean, were you in a lab? Were you scientifically created to be the best specimen available to humankind?
Well, I'll tell you for sure. I was born in love. My mother and father, they were in love. I mean, they are.
They are.
Yes,
Yeah.
they together, and they are actually example for me how couples should be. How they support each other no matter what in such a difficult time. Trust me, I saw it. I was grow up in small room with them. So, and that's support, that's friendship, that's love. I think that's the key for everyone to be loved, to feel loved for kids and grow up in this love.
That's why I have her on here right there. Thanks for showing up tonight. We'll see you next time. So if I'm pronouncing it right,
Kaliningrad, yes.
Tell us, how was it growing up there? And I read through your wiki.
Yeah. Well, actually, my father is military, right? So that's why we had to travel all over.
Right.
Because he studied. I used to live in Latvia for 5 years. I used to live in Astrakhan. It's part of Russia. So that's why I was born in Kaliningrad, and then we start to travel because my father studied.
He was getting stationed everywhere else, yeah. Sure.
And so it was kind of interesting, because in Latvia it was such a different life for us. And it was when we lived there when I was like from 7 till 11, 12, like 5 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting experience. But then we back to Kaliningrad, and that's why I continue to do my gymnastics career.
Well, from what I was reading, your father got you into gymnastics to channel your energy.
Yeah.
Were you just like running around, and he was like, do something to calm this woman down?
Yes, I was very active kid. So obviously my parents couldn't handle it anymore because I was all over my dad, like on clamping on him. And that's why they decide we got to do something.
Sure.
And thanks God, when we came to the gym and there was no art gymnastics, because I'm so afraid of anything that's come to art gymnastics, and there was rhythmic gymnastics, and so I was introduced to the sport, what it is, and they test me, and I was perfect for this sport. So
do you know a woman named Alla Seversky?
I think yes.
She was a medalist in the rhythmic gymnastics.
Yes.
They defected here, and then she took the U.S. team over. Mm-hmm. She was my client. And one of my best friends is her son, Oleg Seversky.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's funny. I've been wanting to ask you that forever, and it just came up. But
Yeah.
Yeah, she's around here actually.
Oh my God.
They
I
own
love this.
Los Angeles School of Gymnastics.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I kind of figured that I would kind of.
Yes. Yes.
So
Gymnastics was everything for me. You know, I
Yeah.
was huge fan. Even if I had these muscles on me, I was still big fan and never give up on my goal and got.
hold
yeah.
on 1 second.
Yeah.
Hello,
That's food. Food.
are
is
you here?
Food.
Okay, I'll send somebody out.
We can't ignore it.
You can't ignore our meal that's coming in the middle of our session. And she's hungry, so I didn't want to and I felt bad to interrupt you, so go on, continue.
I forgot.
You were into the gymnastics, and question, it said that you had moved to a place where there was no gymnastics, and your coach offered for you to stay with him?
Yes, it was Latvia. So, and I was so good at gymnastics. And so I start gymnastics in Latvia, and then my father have to move to Kaliningrad because it's his job, so
Yeah.
he has to move. And he start to talk to my coach and ask we're going to move. So I had to take her with us, and she said, "Oh my God, guys, please don't do it because she's so amazing.
She's
she
a
can
superstar."
Stay, yeah, she can stay at my house. She can please just let her decide."
Yeah.
And they were absolutely sure that I will say, "Yes, Mom, Dad, I'm going with
Yeah.
you." So they asked me in front of her, and I said, "Yes, I'm gonna stay for sure."
Yeah.
And that's why they got so scared, and that's when they realized that gymnastics was everything for me.
Yeah, you
Because
have to make a choice.
I was ready to, stay with my coach in
Right.
total different country. So, but yeah, my dad did everything for me, so I would continue, to do gymnastics in Kaliningrad.
Right. So, your schooling. Let's talk about that for a minute. You went to what school?
This is Kaliningrad school.
And you got a
Yes,
you got a
I think in United States it's called college.
Right, right.
So
right.
I study in college, and then I went to university and studied there for 6 years and got my higher education degree.
Yeah, your degree's in what? In physical training and
Physical,
sports,
yes,
right?
Yes. So
Okay.
every sport.
You're
We
talking to
study.
the woman of all women here.
But actually, Russian education, it's not just sport, history, it's everything.
Yeah,
Physiology.
well-rounded.
Yes, it's everything.
Right.
So basically, I can coach you.
You could. Hey, I would be honored if you could coach me. I'd probably do better than I've been doing,
It's just so funny, guys, in university when, there were boxers and gymnastics and volleyball players, basketball players, and we all should know our specific sports.
Sure.
So seeing basketball players doing gymnastics exercises and learning how to, about gymnastics, it was kind of funny. The same as for us gymnasts who is so short, and we were playing in basketball.
Yeah.
And we should know every rule about basketball. But it was so fun. I think
you had a
it was,
blast.
yeah, it was best years.
Cross training. You know who Martina Navratilova is? She was a Wimbledon tennis world champion.
Yeah.
She won Wimbledon at 40 years old. And her game was stagnant. It's like she wasn't getting ahead. So they had her cross training and doing skating and volleyball and all these other things that made her body do different movements.
Right.
And then she ended up winning Wimbledon at an age where nobody thought she would.
Yes.
She's actually one of my role models.
Oh wow.
Well, I took ballet when I was in college.
I know.
Because
Yeah.
I was playing football.
Yeah.
And
I guess you're so good at it.
No, it was let me tell you something. Guys, I did ballet. I paid for 6 months. I went with 4 of my friends. And they all quit except for me. And, if I pay, I'm doing it. You know what I mean? Don't make fun of me.
I know. I'm just
And my ballet instructor, she was this lady that was 4 foot nothing. And she just called me an asshole all the time and was just like, "You're going to quit. You're going to quit. You're going to quit." And I was like,
And you didn't.
No way, I'm not quitting it. You tell me I'm going to quit, I'll die before I quit.
Yeah.
My feet, my legs, just everything was so sore, and oh my God, I dreaded going to it. And look, 90% of the time I didn't even want to go,
Yeah.
but I had her frickin' little face in my mind telling me
Yeah.
that I'm going to quit.
I guess she's Russian.
She was Russian,
Yeah, exactly.
and she was a mean
Listen,
bitch.
this is the discipline in Russia. You know, that's the same in my gymnastics. I
Yeah.
was back home always in
Yeah.
tears, because the coaches called me fat all the time, but I was just like that.
Yeah.
I was so skinny,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
only
yeah.
muscles.
Yeah.
And you know, but when my mom said me, Oksana, I'm tired to watching you cry. I'm tired. Let's just stop gymnastics.
What'd you
What
say?
do you think I said?
No
Guys,
way.
what do you think I said?
What do you think she said, guys?
No way.
No way.
It's even push me, work harder, and
Yeah.
get my goal faster than any other my teammates. There's no genetics for this sport, for gymnastics, rhythmic gymnastics.
Well, you know what? To do what we do at the levels that we do it at, it takes a sickness.
Yeah.
Normal people will stop. We continue, and suffering is part of our whole existence, and it's just really that way. You know, I tell everybody in life, I go, you can have anything you want, you just have to be able to suffer enough for it.
Right.
You know, and that's what me and you and other world champions and top athletes do. They're willing to put it out there and to suffer. Literally, guys, it's suffering. Going to bed at nighttime and you're cramping and
Yeah.
you're sore all the time and you're exhausted. But that's how you get greatness.
And just know that it's not gonna get easier. It's not gonna get easier. Don't wait for it. Even if you have knowledge, all this experience, everything, you still have, every time it's challenge. You have to learn, you have to move forward with more challenges, because we are getting older, and you know, it's not easier at all. So be ready. If you're ready for this life, you're a champion. You're
Yeah.
gonna be the champion. That's for sure. But don't look for other easy ways. There's no easy way.
No easy way.
Discipline, dedication. That's it. That's all.
And understand something else. Your normal life of enjoying yourself and going and seeing places in the world while you're competing, and don't even plan on it. I've been all over the world, and I'll be on the other end of the planet, and when that show ends, I'm thinking about the next show.
Right? Yes. Right at the award. Right after award.
Boom!
Yes.
We're going there.
Yes.
And
yes.
and the enjoyment isn't really, like, I've been all over the world. I can't really say that I've ever taken a vacation,
Right.
you know, because
Yes.
our minds are never in that place. You're finished there, you're going here,
Yes.
you know. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, I know. That's so funny. I was just recently talked to my client, and she's going for vacation. And first I asked, did you search for the gym? Did you
Yeah.
search for the gym? Because when I go for vacation, first I see if hotel has a gym,
Right.
and that's all. If it or some gym near, you know, that's the first question. I
Right.
need the gym. Whenever I go, is it vacation or not? So, yeah,
Yeah, it's part of life.
Yes.
It's part of life.
the most important part.
Yeah. So basically, I'll sum it up. You literally got to die and go to hell. And then you got to make hell your heaven. And if you can do that, you can exist and prosper in any place and anywhere you want, because you're putting it out there more than everybody else. And that's the bottom line, you know?
Yes. Because it's not our, you know, it's not people's faults. It's not athletes' faults.
Listen,
you know?
war is a horrible thing.
Yes.
And It's just something that the human species does. And it's always going to be around in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, but if somebody want to talk about it, guys, if you want to make your opinion about it, make sure you know history.
Right.
A little bit about Russians and Ukrainian, because I see so many popular people, famous people, making opinion about this situation.
You talking about like celebrities?
Yeah, and they
Well, you
doesn't-
know
and
how
they doesn't-
celebrities are.
Right. Yeah, and they doesn't see that they offend both Ukrainian and Russian. They doesn't want it. They just don't know information. They doesn't have
Well,
this
listen,
education.
they're smacking people in the face on stage in front of the whole world.
I see.
How valued is their opinion? I mean, you know what I mean?
I thought it's fake.
I thought it was too
I
until
thought
you.
it's fake.
You know what? If he would have smacked her, if he would have smacked him and just quietly sat down,
Yeah.
it would have been it would have been awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he just then he started with the mouth, and that's what blew it. So tell us a little bit about your bodybuilding career before you went into
This.
fitness.
Shrimp. That's shrimp. I forgot.
That is shrimp.
Shrimp. What do you mean about my bodybuilding? How you can talk eating? I don't know. I'm so.
I've been
focused.
eating and talking my whole life. What do you mean?
I know.
I was like, you're talking to Scott Mendelson here, you know?
This is so good.
Really good, right? So you won the New York Pro as well, huh?
No, I never won New York.
You didn't win it? What'd you take?
New York Pro.
Oh, you did 7th in the New York
yes,
Pro.
Yes, it was one of the very my first show. Yeah.
You know,
That's where I started.
you guys don't understand, you know, everybody just says the 4-time Olympia, the 10-time Arnold, but she has done so many shows that are amazing. You know, you have to build up to that championship level. You know what I mean?
It's a long way.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
if people
absolutely.
think I came and just won.
Just
no,
got in there and we're like, hey, I'm the Olympian.
It's a long way.
Yeah, for sure.
And now it's even more challenging, you know, when I'm back to the
Yeah.
sport. And it's even more challenging to, you know, step back on stage and move forward with
Right.
everything in your gymnastics, with your performances, and creativity. Because my fans, they expect a lot from me. They expect something like what next is gonna bring, you know, what is gonna be, and I can't do any less.
Well, your routines are the best I've ever seen.
Oh, thank you.
They're amazing.
Thank
And the
you.
creativity and everything that you go through. I got to be honest with you, that Transformer one, I liked it.
Yeah. Yes.
That was quite amazing.
Yes.
When you came out there
Thank you.
and were robotic like that, the way you conglomerated.
But the funny thing, if you remember, when it's supposed to be different, right?
Right.
Routine, remember? And I came to the gym to work out, and he said, "How's preparation going?" Because it was like 4 weeks or 3 weeks, 4 weeks before the show, or 3 before Olympia.
Right.
I said, "Scott, I'm in trouble," like because the performance I supposed to do at the Olympia, it should be with you know, some prop.
And then you were
So-
supposed to be in the air and everything,
Yes,
right?
yes, and they obviously they said no to me, but it was so late, like 4 weeks before Olympia. You know, when you in fitness 4 weeks before Olympia, you supposed to be ready. That's it. And my performance was ready. So I talked to Scott about it, and I told him, and he mentioned something like, "Listen, will be what music?" And I said that what it is, what it's about. And he said, "That would be awesome if you could be all that
Transformer.
Yeah, that shot, you know." And I was like, "Wow, probably that's what people would like to see, you know."
It was amazing.
And I took your advice. I came back and I started to search everything, you know. And we made this costume at the beginning, and you know, this Hamlet and everything, because that's, you know, I always listen to people, always, because that's so important, you know. we perform for people, for you guys, you know. That's why your opinion is the most important for me always.
100%.
Yeah.
Without the fan, we'd be nothing.
Yes, yeah,
So,
yeah, that's true.
yeah, I thought I'd throw that in there about the Transformer thing.
No.
I wanted her to tell the story, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, and I'll be honest with you, and I'm not being biased or anything, but I think you won that one. You took second in that one, right?
I was, there was misconception at the show, right at the show on
Right.
stage, because they announced second place girl who won.
Right.
So, and then they announced her second, and I supposed to be first, and girls start to congrats me on stage. And at this moment, I received so many messages on my phone, congratulate me already. And then they said, wait a minute, and they changed the whole thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, when that happens, that is a nightmare. They did that in Miss Universe, too.
I was fine, guys. I know my fans was worrying a lot, but trust me, I was fine, because every time I go, yes, we want to win. We all want to win, right? But in fitness, in gymnastics, my mindset up is to do my best, to do everything, because when you place in your mind that you're gonna win, and nothing else, you forgot about the most important part, to do your job well.
Right, you're absolutely right.
So, and and when you at the award part, you never know, right? It's so, our sport's so subjective.
Very subjective.
So, yes, that's why you will be so frustrated if you will not place first or second. That's why I always keep my mind open. I mean, I'm not trying to make any plans
Right.
about placing.
You flow with it, you do your 100%,
Yeah.
and whatever turns out
But
happens.
I'm planning everything in my preparation, in my routine, and I give 100% through this. And then, of course, I decided. That's why I wasn't really frustrated, or
You took it.
I just accept it as it is, and everything that happens.
But look at me. I was frustrated. Okay? I saw that happen. I was frustrated, and I was pissed off, and I was all that she wasn't. I was. And I'm sure you guys were too, because you're probably saying, what are you talking about, Oksana? We were freaking out. So, sorry.
I know.
Just want to let you know, I never told you I was freaking screaming at the freaking TV. I was like, oh my God, because I didn't make it down that year.
Yeah, and actually it's never happens before at the Olympia, never, on
Yeah.
stage.
Yeah.
When they switch places. I haven't seen, but yeah.
So, tell us about your pole dancing thing.
Well, I promote pole show at the Olympia for 2 years. I think it was 2017, 2018. No, 2018, 2019, guys. Sorry. Yes, and when all this COVID happens, of course, Olympia has to move
To Florida, yeah.
to Florida, and our show, pole show, was at the expo stage, at
Right.
the judging stage. So, and pole fitness, guys, if you doesn't know what it is, it looks easy, but oh my God, it's pretty dangerous. Pretty dangerous. It's like gymnastics bar, but vertical. So, and can you imagine they doing all these flips, back flips on the bar, landing on the bar? It's insane what they do. So that's why I want to make sure, for me as promoter, as organizer, I need to make sure that it's safe for the girls.
Yeah.
It
for sure.
should be safe, the floor and everything. Because this sport is even more
Dangerous.
than fitness, what we do.
Right.
Because it has.
And you're up in the air, yeah. So you pole danced before? What got you into it, is what I'm saying. What happened to where you were like, I'm going to do this?
Well, remember, the pole for all of us, it was just striptease.
Right.
nothing else.
Right.
And when I saw online what girls doing on it and how it looks, it doesn't look like striptease anymore. It looks like sport.
Oh yeah, it's
Plus
100%.
crazy
They're
stuff.
athletes.
Yes, and I have friends who does it professionally, and I want just to help, and just to learn it, how to do it, and just challenge myself. So, and that's how I brought pole fitness on Arnold stage. And actually, everyone like it, and they include pole fitness as a sport next year at the Arnold Classic.
Look at
Yes.
you. A pioneer bringing
yeah.
something on.
I
you know?
got so many thanks from girls from pole fitness industry, because it's got popular,
Yeah.
it's got attention. So, and that's why after all I decided to promote pole fitness at the Olympia 2018-19. Yes, and it was amazing. The girls were amazing. It just, first year girl from Canada won Olympia title in pole fitness. The second year was girl from Brazil. She won. Absolutely amazing artistic athletes, so strong, and I was just amazed. And it's truly inspirational what they do. You can guys search them, but don't try it at home. Without
Kill yourself
coach.
at home.
Because it's not that easy.
Do you know what you've done? You've given other athletes that are in a whole different field a chance to better themselves and to be on a main stage platform.
I love to share.
Well, that you don't. I mean, I don't even think you really get what you've done because, God, I don't really know how to explain it in any language. It's totally amazing, and you have brought. I mean, because pole dancing is all over the world.
Yeah.
Now these women have something main stage to look forward to that they never had before.
Yeah.
And it's because of Oksana GRISHINA.
Oh no, trust me.
It is. You brought it to the Olympia.
I'm just big fan of of this sport, and I wanted to help as much as I can. What can I do from my from my.
What can you do with the power that you have?
Yes, right. Yeah, but these girls, it's just.
You got a lot of people that are looking up to you. I mean, you always have, but now now you have a whole other sector.
What I like, but what I could do, and what I think I did, that girls, when I introduce this pole fitness with bodybuilding world at the Olympia, girls start to look at the bodies of other athletes. They was like, wow, this athletes looks amazing. I want to look at. So they start to train. So besides all this workout on the pole and acrobatic and
They have a full training circuit.
Yes, they start to train at the gym because they want to look like these girls, or because they saw people
Wait.
so fit on backstage.
They want to look like Oksana. Let's not make it so vague. They want to look like these girls, and they're just going like this.
Oh my God!
I don't know. It's like she's so.
And blush.
No, well, the bottom line is, I love it how humble you are. Because you are. You're very humble, and I like that. But excuse my language, but you're a bad motherfucker. You are. You know I had to throw something in there.
Yes,
I love vulgarity. Fuck's like a food group.
Yeah.
So, but the bottom line is, you are. I mean, guys, I am so honored. I know I told you at the beginning of this show, but I mean, and I've had a ton of people on this show. I just feel so special that Oksana and her husband Boris came. And Boris, come on over here. Come on over here.